1 FM, it's WMKT, the talk station. 866-371-1270. 866-371-1270's morning phone number. It is 7:36. Greg Marshall is my name. His name is Dan Wilson. He is with me right now. Also with Jessie Rogers here with Parents for Children. Dan is representing Jessie Rogers, who is trying to take care of a really, really strange situation as far as trying to get a custody agreement set up between a mom and a dad and a child. This is really whacked out, where somebody from the UP has to drive 10 hours and meet somebody in Indianapolis 2 weeks a month while this child is still 10 months old and breastfeeding. That's a strange story indeed. But let me ask you, Dan, I mean, obviously you're representing this case. How do you, how in the world is, now you mentioned that Jessie lived on $5,000 a year average income. How do you make a trip to Indianapolis living on $5,000 a year? How's that even feel? I'm surprised the judge even agreed to a referee decision like this.
Well, the judge hasn't agreed. He's got his chance next Monday. Okay. And we're really hoping with the ethics and the community standards of Mackinac County that they'll do the right thing. It's just the way we were treated when we first came up here. And just to clarify something, Greg, I don't represent anyone. I'm not an attorney. My beautiful wife, Janet Frederick-Wilson, she's the one that does the representing in front of the judge. I'm the advocate. I'm the one that goes into the family's home and see the community standards of whatever area I'm in and try to do what's right for our Michigan's children.
Yeah, I apologize if it sounded like I was trying to make you an attorney there. I was just trying to make a point of representing her in a general sense and support and so forth. So forgiveness.
We Parents for Children, we've been severely criticized in the past. We don't receive any federal funds. Parents for Children is actually a DBA. It's not a 501c3. We operate on very little, so we kind of fit well into what this family's doing, and but that's the way it's got to be, because we would be kept from our activism and our helping of Michigan's families if we did it any other way.
Why is Parents for Children getting smacked around? I mean, that's not the first time I've heard that said. Why is that? Why do you guys get flagged?
I think it is because they see what we do, and there's a certain amount of animosity that comes from both sides. It comes from sometimes the system, sometimes from the other people that are out there having problems. Because, we can't help everyone. We have to pick and choose because of our structure and not having enough money to work with. We only can pick certain cases to work on, and we understand that. Me and Janet will take the lumps. We know we're working for a better cause, and we've been doing this for 12 years now, and aside from one or two places in the state of Michigan, everyone treats us with the utmost respect. And I found that very unusual when we came in on this case. We did come in the last minute. That it seems like there was just this animosity with the referee. I mean, he was really upset that Janet was there. And it kind of like, I'm sitting here in the courtroom, and this is such unusual because, we go down to Sheboygan County and Judge Buck, and, you got some really good officials up here. But in this case, something was wrong, and there's just, the referee went right after Janet, and, Janet stood her ground and said, hey, I'm here to represent my client. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, logically, as an outsider looking at it, I mean, you've got to suspect, and I don't want to put words in the referee's mouth, but you got to suspect that he's taking it very personal. Like, whoa, this is somebody pointing out my potential bad judgment as a referee. I'm not going to have somebody make that comment about me. And
right. Well,
that's the only thing I can think of that makes sense.
Yeah. One of the other things too is that there was a 20 or 30-minute meeting that the other party and his mother had with the referee, where Jessie and Janet weren't apprised to. And that's another thing we found very unusual. I mean, I understand that communities have different ways of how they do that, but that is totally out of step with the legal community in the rest of the state of Michigan.
Yeah, I would think all that stuff has to be public knowledge with the parties involved, doesn't it?
I agree. And that's the way we've seen it everywhere else.
That's a strange one. Let me go ahead and check the forecast real quick at 7:40. It's WMKT, the